Does this image mean anything to any of y'all watching right now? If it does, the odds on you having a Twitter account are pretty high, because this is a dive I have seen countless times over the last few days, like it is ingrained into my brain, but it has been one of these kind of flashpoints that reminds me how exactly much I use Twitter and how much of a detriment it is to my brain. How will I ever be able to explain this? Imagine to someone who isn't chronically online to get the reference. On its face, there is just something funny about this guy suspended in midair, just about to land in a pool, but if you haven't seen the video this is from, you're on for a wild ride on how to be successful in this life. Hi again, fellas, and welcome back to With a Y. People who make videos about their morning routine tend to do more in their mornings than I do, so there's like just a degree removed of relatability for me from the jump, but sometimes there's a man in the wild who just manages to break all the trends. I believe this all started when the Twitter account Tips for Men tweeted, "The morning routine," and we have a motherfucker in here who is starting his day at 3:52 a.m. I am not in bed by the time this guy usually gets up. You have to assume these rise and grind type guys still believe in getting 8 hours of sleep. Minimum. This guy had to go to bed at like 7:30. He at least had to start brushing his teeth around then. Like, I get why being nocturnal and a complete night owl isn't exactly great for me, like my circadian rhythm is screaming at me to fix it. But certainly like a little nighttime doesn't hurt, man. The only time you see the darkness is when you wake up. You don't want to be greeted by the sun smiling down at you. This is legit how people characterize Bakugo in fanfiction. He gets to bed at 8 p.m. every night because he wants to get up at 4 a.m. to go on an early jog, which is basically this. Dude, doing mouth tape with facial hair seems like a really risky proposition to me, but more power to you, brother. There's a lot of groundwork I have to lay by watching this video with y'all that will let you understand funny aspects we see later, and also at the point which this thing stopped being funny for the majority. Okay, note this water bottle. You're gonna see this a lot. Not only is it made of glass, it's blue because poor people use transparent water containers. I'm very troubled by the idea of a mug made out of glass. Cups made out of glass should not have handles. If you like move your arm in just the wrong direction, man, that thing is shattering and you're gonna have glass shrapnel all in your fingers. I'm gonna tell you from experience, it does not feel good. Okay, this part also always tripped me up, because he just took a sip of that water like he was drinking it, but then he gargles it like he's using it for his toothpaste, man. Pick one. This next part was absolutely just a gag to show off the scenery he has in his big rich person house. You know, this guy gets up to unique activities on his balcony. Dude, I was trying to pause it to make a joke about how he just takes in the scenery. Nope, right to the push-ups. And the bottle of water never leaves his side, man. Okay, I know you're supposed to exhale when you press down with a push-up, but this guy has the same wheeze as this one character on the iToy PlayStation 2 game. It was in ping pong and he went like... Like, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what this chunk is. I cannot read what this book says on the front of it. The dude, he just contemplates over it for roughly 2 minutes. He swaps out the books so he can start journaling, and what is he writing in there? Probably a plan to the next billion-dollar idea. This is the first time I have seen this guy take a break, and it's to drink water and watch something on his phone.
So we're gonna be serious about the Lord's business.
So this guy spends an hour at his desk doing more of the brain cranial activities like an old Greek philosopher, strong of body and strong of mind. And mind you, I don't think that water bottle hasn't been in a shot since it first showed up. Like, this part just feels like so unnecessary. I'm not the kind of guy to take cold showers. I'm not the kind of guy to get in these ice cold baths that apparently help vascular flow. I don't know. But if that's your thing, more power to you. Watch how this guy chooses to do it. The shuffling of the ice makes me giggle. But did you really need to use the expensive water for that? The only reason that would make sense to me for why he's using that water bottle for everything is if he's living like an Ask Reddit genie prompt. This dude wished for an endlessly refilling water bottle so he's never dehydrated, which at least it was a practical wish. Okay, after working out at 4 a.m., this guy is ready to get back to working out at 6 a.m. Somebody brought this up, but like, he had to open the elevator again so that he could get his camera back. Like, this is a nice shot and it works pretty well when it's all cut up, but this always bothered me when I watched Casey Neistat's old vlogs. Like, he'd pretend to walk up to his camera and start talking at it like he didn't put that shit down there 2 minutes ago. Nothing wrong with doing that for content, it just feels so tedious. Okay, this motherfucker is running on that treadmill. He is skedaddling. Dude, watch that again. Like, he gets 5, boo, 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 and then he's like, okay, I'm leaving. Finally, 7:30 a.m. You're about to have all your questions answered regarding him diving into a pool. So he jumps in at 7:36, right? He was there for 4 minutes straight. That is insane. Like, that's probably just an editing error. The next thing he did was probably supposed to be 7:40. But if that's the case, is he just going swimming for 5 minutes? No, it was 15. Sorry, I have no idea why he changed it to 7:40. But yeah, legit just went airborne for 4 minutes. And for such a big brawlic dude, he had a really graceful dive. Like, he made like a perfect curve into the ocean. Better than what I got going on, at least. I just realized this is not an ocean. It's like Travis Scott said, it's just a pool. Did he have to, like, ask the staff there to help him out with this, or do they just genuinely do that on the daily? This man has been up for roughly 4.5 hours, and he spent 3 of them working out, so now he can finally take a shower. Okay, listen, I have, like, a phobia of jewelry. It's called cosmophobia. Look it up if you want, so I wouldn't know the answer to this. Do you, like, not take off your jewelry before you get in the shower? Maybe, like, a ring or something doesn't matter, but, like, the watch? The watch? He rubs the banana peel on his face. I can only imagine for skincare reasons. Like, are banana peels the best method to do something that he wants to do? Or did he just like eating bananas already and wanted to min-max the amount of shit he was getting out of a peel? 9 a.m. and he's back to the ice bowl of water, dog.
So looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
What are you talking about, bro? I'm sure there's a variety of business situations that comment could have made sense in. We have no idea what it was, like, at all, so I'm gonna believe that it was something absurd. Realistically, who needs to dunk their face in ice water twice a day? Much less twice in the same morning, man. This is the same AM cycle. Millennials and their avocado toast. I will never escape this hell. This is the part that, like, kills me, though. Watch what makes a surprise appearance at the 11th hour, the last second of the runtime of this video. The blue water bottle had to make a return, man. Truthfully, a meal is not complete without that specifically. Okay, now that you've gone through the entirety of the big one, you can start to appreciate what people were going on about with all this random shit they were posting on Twitter. You know, the internet's go-to thing is to make it about 9/11, man. It's been the same way for, like, 20 years at this point. I guess this one's like just kind of clever because it's mixing 2 of the aspects of the video into one bit. He's diving into the opened water bottle that he loves so much. You know, that actually feels like it'd be in character for this fella. I can see that. There was a lot of people speculating what this dude was writing down in his journal. I like the idea of journaling, just writing down your thoughts. I do it very sporadically. Like, if I have a random idea, it goes in a piece of paper somewhere. The daily entry stuff isn't so much my thing, but this guy is down for it. He seems like a guy who gets really focused on whatever he decides it is he's gonna do. So what he's writing in here has to be some shit you're meant to lock in for. If he was doing his multiplication worksheets, I can absolutely respect how much he had to focus on that, man. These things was never easy. I'm gonna run through these real quick just to show that I can one-up him. 56, 45, 35, 48, 28, 36. I feel like the easiest joke to make whenever people are wondering what someone's drawing, it's the S. We've all seen this before. It's just universally communicable. Also, Hamburger Helper and the LeBron James Bart Simpson drawing. So ultimately, this entire joke comes down to 4 core pillars that people extracted from the original video. The baseline one is the Saratoga water. It kind of makes the rest of these possible. The bowl full of specifically Saratoga ice water that he dunks his face in all the time. The bananas, which are the first meal we see him eat and are actually very imperative for skincare. And this really expensive journal that rich people, I'm sure, have somewhere in the world. It's time to change my life. Probably for the worse. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have the energy to fake a morning routine like this, even if I had, like, a week to do it. Much less actually do the thing every morning for real, man. If I wake up at 4 a.m., it's because I fell asleep at 3 and have a flight at 5. This particular thing pissed me off a lot because I despise, like, vehemently, like, I have a genuine acidic disdain for the Twitter team currently. At least the guys over at the X shop, quote unquote, like, y'all are so devoid of creative juices. My morning routine will change your life, and it's just the exact same image with an image macro of a shitty X PNG hat on top of it. this. The only people it seems like are left at Twitter these days are the Silicon Valley types who would struggle to draw a stick figure if it meant using a creative muscle. But this is the fucking merch team. It is their job to design things. They could not even whip up half a decent goddamn ad, man. Anyways, I just wanted to scream about them. There's more here. The joke got lame when Logan Paul decided to jump on for the whole thing. You know you're gonna see Prime show up in this thing multiple times. I don't know why this guy is practicing boxing. He does not box. Logan, the last guy you fought was fucking Dylan Dennis. I do respect people just drawing characters they like over top these images. The craziest part about this whole thing is that this is not his only video like this. And the recurring theme in all of this is just he uses expensive water. No exceptions. Ah, my toes, they're full of glass. Ah! Funniest video gotta be when he accidentally drops the glass with a camera on the floor already. This is the exact sort of thing I was talking about with the elevator shot, dude. You had to risk stepping in the glass shrapnel for that shot, and I respect the dedication to getting it. I cannot fathom the amount of head injuries Devin Supertramp has given himself in the name of getting a good shot. Yeah, dude, make your girlfriend pick up the glass for the shot, man. Yeah. I almost read this in a romantic context. The green bottle broke because it wasn't the one for him. Then he gets the blue bottle and everything's okay. Saratoga, my beloved. Yes. One thing this motherfucker is always gonna do is dunk his head in ice water. Just these two screenshots side by side. This guy probably has better posture than me, regularly speaking, but he has the most insane nerd neck right here. Man, can we calculate the angle on that? That is an obtuse 120-degree angle, man. That is an isosceles triangle. Holy shit, man. The thing I'd like to end off this video with is the guy who managed to outdo this man completely. This dude's getting up at 3:52 a.m. This guy's meeting him right there, 3:54. If the original morning routine guy was using the banana peel for skincare to min-max his routine, then this dude is literally running laps around him. Watch the efficiency. Dude, I would hit my nose on the rim of the bowl so many times, that shit would hurt so bad. This is the CEO of Vite Ramen. Yeah, cool, man. Holy shit, this morning routine stuff gets serious. I'm not cut out for this. Something sinister, fucked up, and evil about that morning routine. That's all I got at kwytebox@gmail.com. Email is open if you want to send me topics. Anyways, piss off.